A big problem that I see with a lot of guys who are just starting in game is they're scared to tell the girl that they like her. They're scared to show intent to the girl. I've done probably near like 1,000 approaches. I started doing cold approach 6 months ago, and I've just been like religiously studying it and posting videos about it and getting better at it every day. And I started a group, so there's a couple guys in there. They've sent me like some audio files of them doing their first few approaches, and they open with something like, they're like, "Are you new here?" or like, "Are you visiting?" Some like random topic like that, which is okay to do if you are like better at game and can show intent in different ways down the road or later on in the conversation. But as a beginner, they never ended up showing intent in their conversations. They never ended up telling the girl why they liked her. So what was happening is the girl didn't know exactly like what the conversation was about. She didn't know that the guy was interested in her, and they thought it was like a friendly stranger to stranger, friend to friend conversation. If you're doing game, the first step is letting the girl know that you are interested in her in more than a stranger to stranger way. And the easiest way to do it as a beginner is to open the conversation with a compliment or some sort of statement of intent. The easiest one to go with as a beginner is like, "Hey, you're kind of cute. I wanted to come talk to you." Something like this. Now that she knows why you're talking to her, and then you can have a completely different conversation than one where you are talking about the weather, talking about sports teams, talking about random topics. You can figure out if you guys actually like each other at that point. So that's the start of doing game, and that's a big problem that a lot of people have when they first come in. They're not expressing interest in the girl. I don't know whether there's a lot of people I know are scared. I don't know what if these particular people are scared of doing it, but you have to do that at some point just to change the nature of the conversation from a friendly, like easy conversation that like anyone can have, and just kind of like tiptoeing around it and not even getting to the fact in most cases. You just have to just, excuse me, as a beginner, you just have to get in there and show intent and just let it be known. Um, "Hey, I thought you were cute" is just like the beginner go-to line. So if you're just starting out in game, just use that. It just works. It works just fine. Okay, so "Hey, thought you're cute, had to come say hi." That was my first opening ever, and that's what I'm sure like a lot of people use as their first opening. Okay, so show intent to the girl. As you get better, there are different types of ways that you can show intent. There's different degrees of how direct that you can go on an open. So there's one, "Hey, you're hot." This is pretty direct, and you're gonna get like blown out most of the time by this. Why? Because you're asking the girl to turn, look at you, and make a snap second decision on if she likes you or not, on based on very little information. You're asking her to decide if she likes you based on your tonality, how you look, your volume, and then the way that you said, "Hey, you're hot." And it's actually going very physical is just probably going to be a turnoff for most girls anyway. Um, but yeah, so that's that. I would say that's just too direct, and you probably shouldn't go that physical. The next step down would be something like, "I really like your look," or like, "I really," just putting more out there. Like, "I really like your style. Like, you're really cute. I had to come talk to you." Something along those lines. Now you're giving her, now it's less physical, so she has more time to make a decision and you can convey your personality. If you go less than that, "Hey, you're cute. Hey, you're kind of cute. You're like low key cute. You seemed interesting." So that would be like that would be like less direct than "Hey, you're hot." And when you go with very little directness, like "Hey, you're like low key, kind of cute," something like that, then the girls, it's like not exactly 100% physical. It's not 100% clear that you're like hitting on her. So now she has more time to judge your personality and make an educated decision on if she likes you or not. So now you can convey your personality, you can talk, you can convey traits about yourself that she would like, confidence, etc., being loud, assertive, going for what you want, being a leader, different attractive traits, but that's kind of like beside the scope of this video. The point is just like less direct. Now she has more time to experience you and your personality and make a decision in your favor. Okay, so I'd usually just go with something like, hey, you're kind of cute. Hey, you're low key kind of cute. I wanted to come talk to you. This is going to be more consistent because you're not going super direct, and most girls are going to be okay with something like that and not instantly blow you out.